We'll try to write this down. We'll have a friendly bet. We'll come up with a bet for something eventually. So, anything else you got? What you got?
Just real quick, I want to say I have 3 winners and 3 losers. My 3 winners from the draft, the 49ers, obviously, because they just went out there balling. Denver, because they let their future franchise quarterback get to them in the middle of the second round. And Cleveland Browns for drafting a first-round talent in the middle of the second round. And my losers, the Giants, for drafting a nobody at quarterback. The Cardinals, because their offensive line is literally the worst offensive line I've ever seen in my life. And they still haven't drafted an offensive lineman. In Cincinnati, because it's Cincinnati.
Fair enough. I mean, I like all that. Definitely interesting the Giants are being dragged on Twitter. So, it's funny. Cincinnati's just Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati's cursed. So, yeah.
Cincinnati needs to move their football team. First of all, the Chargers need to go back to San Diego. And then they need to discuss what they're going to do with Cincinnati because it needs to leave where it's at.
So we got a nobody coming to the Giants to replace Eli to take the Giants to the playoffs.
The playoffs? Playoffs?
Playoffs?
We're going to bleep that part out.
Playoffs?
If Daniel Jones
whatever they got.
leads the Giants to the playoffs within the next 3 years, I will get his name and his number tattooed on my chest.
Oh my God, I've become the biggest Giants fan ever. I'm buying a Daniel Jones jersey.
Can we get that
happens.
written down on contract?
We can.
Oh, it's getting written down. Oh, absolutely.
But you have 3 years.
We're going to write down the Buccaneers one, but we're going to write that one down for sure.
You have 3 years.
Because
It's on the podcast. It's on radio.
I
right
will
now.
find you. I'll do the tattoo myself if I have to.
I will do a piece of it also.
This is getting better and better.
Both of you touch me with a needle gun.
At the same time. We'll have 2 needle guns and we'll just go from the outside in.
That sounds like a fun night, but probably something we shouldn't discuss on the podcast. But moving on, I got one last draft thing, and I'm going to start with Bill. I want to see what Bill's answer is for this because I know JJ and I have talked about it. Bill, let's say you're a football player. You've entered the NFL draft, but your draft stock's in the 7th round, the last round. Would you rather be one of the last 5, 6, 7 picks in the draft? So you're drafted. So you're legit, or Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick in the draft, whichever one, 5, 6 left. Or would you rather be an undrafted free agent?
I think I go the free agent route,
Why?
to be honest. Because I don't know. Well, that's a real good question.
It's tough because you want to be drafted, obviously.
Yeah, you want to be drafted, but then I feel like if you go undrafted for a while, you're kind of floating around in one of the bigger teams that didn't want to take a chance at you in the very beginning. They wanted to get somebody bigger, can you're still floating, grab you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
then you become like that Swiss Army knife.
What you got, JJ? What you thinking along those lines?
I'd rather be drafted in the 1st round.
No, that's not the question.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Of course. It's not the question. Okay, you know what? You're in timeout. You can't talk for a few minutes.
That's the sound effect.
You're in timeout here.
When we get better production. he's
but I kind of agree with you. I like the undrafted part because
we'll have video soon.
If you're the last pick in the draft, now you're kind of committed to that one team. They kind of have the rights to you. But if you're undrafted, now you can kind of pick between the 2 or 3. If they're interested in you, obviously. Now, if nobody's interested in you, I want to be drafted. But if there's some interest in you, you can pick between 2, 3, 4 teams, and you can pick the situation that best fits you.
If nobody's interested in you, you're probably not getting drafted, though.
Just go sell houses.
What? Okay. Now, as long as he shows up to work, we'll be fine. So, that's all we need.
You know who showed up to work during this draft? You know who showed up to work?
Daniel Jones.
Giants.
No. They called in sick. You know what? They called no-show. That's what they did.
Damn.
All right,
John Elway showed up to work this draft.
John Elway showed up to work.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, man. Showed up to work, making that paycheck, getting paid. Oh, man.
Giants no-call no-show.
You got anything else?
I am done.
You're done?
I know you have a rant.
Okay, well, it's not really a rant. It's one last thing. It's something we're going to try to start doing at the end of every podcast, but we're just going to take turns doing it. It's one last thing. I want to talk about it because we didn't really get to speak too much about it on the podcast. We didn't devote a whole lot of time to it, but it's something I like to do. I like to watch golf, and it's something I think is one of the biggest sports stories of not only the year, but maybe even the millennium. But Tiger Woods won the Master a couple weeks ago. You got the vintage Tiger red on 18, walking up to 18. He's wearing the mock turtlenecks. It's an insane scene. Tiger is so good for the world of golf. It's incredible to watch. I just want to talk about it for a second because
it was a great story.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: in the time that Tiger was gone, you had Spieth and McIlroy and all these other guys, Johnson and all these people who were great players, great golfers, and you had maybe arguably a better top-heavy in terms of talent in golf, but nobody was able to develop that star power that Tiger Woods was able to develop, and it's incredible to watch. It's just a different scene to watch Tiger. I remember I actually went to a golf tournament 6 months ago and followed Tiger around. People were climbing trees just to watch Tiger.
That's crazy.
It's incredible to watch Tiger play. He's just so good for the world of golf. No one's been able to replicate that star power that Tiger Woods has for golf. And while maybe it's not good for someone to be dominant, like a team to be dominant and run it like the Warriors or UConn's women's college basketball team, or Jimmy Johnson winning 7 championships in NASCAR. I bet you didn't expect a NASCAR reference, did you?
Did not.
But
I don't think anybody did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm full of all goodies today. But anyways, Tiger's good for the world of sports. Even though him being dominant, nobody could develop that star power that Tiger had, and that's incredible. The picture of him celebrating on 18 is the picture of the year easily. I don't care what happens the rest of the year. I mean, it got the blank Sports Illustrated cover, which only happens it's only happened 3 times in count this one. The Miracle on Ice and one other occasion. It's an incredible scene. It's good for golf. Congrats to Tiger Woods. Maybe he'll listen to this podcast one day and he'll hear me tell him thank you for everything.
Tiger Woods, we love you.
Yeah, Tiger, thank you for easily the best moment in sports, probably for the year. Doesn't matter what happens. He's probably locked down the best sports moment of the year. The best feel-good moment. Maybe even not even the year of the decade, because Tiger's good for golf. And that's pretty much it. You got anything you want to add there?
That is it for me.
That's it for you. Bill?
Shout out Smith Pelly.
Also, we hate Jim Chaney here.
I am also a Josh Jacobs fan.
Why didn't you say that in the middle of the draft talk? Where were you? Okay. Well, by the way, Tim Beckham, you're always welcome to the table if you ever want to show up for the 1056 Sports Podcast. The invite's there. Check your DMs. I've messaged you multiple times and you have not responded. But Tim Beckham, you're always welcome to the table here at the 1056 Sports Podcast. We hope to see you here. Thanks for everybody. I'm Trent here with JJ and Bill.
Peace out.
Peace out, everybody.
Shout out John Moran.